we do 20-30 minutes of side split stretching every single day as a community to practice consistency and to get our blood flowing and for general health. We start with some hip mobility and some basic warm-up exercises that will be good for anybody at any point because they're not that specific to side splits. And as we get more into the exercises, they become just generally good stretches for hip mobility. And then finally, once we actually get into the pancake and the side splits, they're kind of intense. But if you're interested in the challenge and you're interested in just enough difficulty that you make some progress, but not so much difficulty that you can't come back tomorrow or the next day, then you're in the right place. All right, that's enough of the intro. Let's get into some hip cars. Let's see. Hi, Tina. Welcome back. We are going to get started with hip cars, and what that looks like is we're going to bring our knees as high as possible. We're going to open up our hips as much as possible while keeping our knee as high as possible. Rotating the ankle back, bring the leg down and back so that you're flexing your hamstring and your glutes and you're pulling the leg slightly back. It doesn't have to be crazy because the more crazy it is, the more likely you are to just end up leaning forward and that defeats the purpose. And that's it. We're going to do 10 loops of that on the right side, 10 loops of that on the left side, and then we're going to reverse it and do the same thing 10 times on your side. All right, let's go. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open, up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle, down and back. High knee, open, 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 ankle, down and back. I think that's like 8 or 9. Let's just do one more. And 10. Whew. Switch to the other side. Let's go. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open, ankle, down and back. Knee, open, ankle, down and back. Knee, open, ankle, down and back. The goal here is to use your own muscles to create as much range of motion using your legs as possible. So, at any point you want to just hold it and try to tweak it a little bit more and add a little bit more stress in one position, by all means, go do that. If you want to see if you can lift your knee even higher, if you want to see if you can open your hips even wider, lift your ankle even higher, do that. All right, we have done it in one direction. I just ate, so I'm a little bit starting to cramp. But if I control my abdomen, I can work through it. All right, we're going to go in reverse. Hey, D. Mabogo, N. Welcome back. All right, we're going to get into the hip cars in reverse direction. All right, we're going to start by flexing the glutes and the hamstrings, bring the leg back a little bit behind the hip. Then we're going to lift the leg up. The ankle and the knee are in a horizontal line, or you're trying to get it there. Then we're going to bring the ankle down. Then we're going to bring the knee forward instead of open. All right. Just checking these comments. I'm not doing gymnastics. What we're doing is practicing some warm-up for the hips and getting us mobile so that we can get ready to do some side splits related stretches. And in general, I don't do gymnastics or have tried to do gymnastics, but I have been making some content that is a little bit more gymnastics-y influenced in the last couple of days, if that's what you're asking about. All right, let's keep going with the hip cars in reverse. Back, side, ankle down, knee front, back, side, ankle down, knee front, back, side, ankle down, knee front. These are called hip cars. If you're just joining in, CARS stands for controlled articulated rotations. and it's what we're doing. We're working our leg and hip through its full range of motion as much as possible using our muscles and not just, doing something with pressure from other things. All right. I think I have done at least 10 on this side. We're doing 10 on every side. And so I'm going to switch to the other side. All right. First step, leg down and back so that this knee is a little behind the standing leg. Next, I want to raise the leg so that the knee and the ankle are the same height. Then I want you to rotate your leg so that the ankle comes down and then bring the knee forward. All right. So your leg works through every part of that hip. All right, 9 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. All right, hip cards are done. I'm gonna just pop in, check the comments a little bit more, and don't think there's anything to respond to. All right. Let's keep going. The next stretch that we're going to do, next warm-up activity, I guess, is the elephant walk, and it is heavily working the hamstrings and the glutes. So to get into it, you get into this L-shaped position, you bend one knee, straighten the other leg, and from there, try to bring your belly button down to the ground. You start feeling a stretch in the hamstring in the bent leg and in the straightened leg. They'll be slightly different sensations because you're working the muscles a little bit differently. And if you sort of put your butt back into the leg that's straightened, you should feel a little bit of a stretch in the outer upper hip over here. Those are all good signs. Try your best to bring your belly button lower to the ground and you'll feel the stretch a little bit more. If you're ready for a more advanced version, I want you to grab your shin that's between your ankle and your knee, somewhere around here, and open up the chest in the direction of the straightened leg. Just by rotating, you should feel the stretch more here in this outer hip. And just hang out here for a little bit. If you want to keep on feeling the intensity, try to bring your chest down a little bit more. You should feel that stretch get deeper. You might start feeling it in the oblique if you're bringing your chest really low. And come on back. Let's switch to the other side. Then the other leg, straighten it, the other leg that was bent, and same thing, bring your belly button down, grab the shin, open up and rotate your chest towards the leg that's straight. Ooh, my left side, the outer hip muscles, definitely enjoying the stretch. All right, I like to do the first 1 or 2 of these nice and slow, so that you can get your muscles ready and warmed up. And then as we do more of them, we can go into more intense ranges of motion, as well as do them a little faster. So if you want to increase the intensity even further, grab that leg, open up the chest, lift the arm, look at the hands, point somewhere behind you, and pick that spot that you're going to work towards every single time. All right? Switch to the other side, do the same thing. Pick the spot you're going to work towards, and let's keep going. That's rep 2, or sorry, I think that's rep 3, and this is 4, 5, 6. Remember, the goal is to focus on the hamstrings and glutes. You're getting a lot of benefit from the spine rotations, but we're at the end of the day, we're focusing on the side splits. And I want you to focus on the hamstrings and the outer glutes over here. So don't get carried away with the yoga stuff. Working the spine is really good for you. So, just prioritize getting this done first and then opening up and adding to it. All right? Get into this position and then open up and rotate. All right. If what we were just doing is way too much, you're off balance or anything like that, you can always just focus on the basics, which is bend one leg, straighten the other, bring the belly button down. All right, this is a perfectly valid variation and works our primary goal muscles. All right, I'm pretty sure we've done way more than 10 at this point. So let's move on to the Cossack switch. I'm going to come on over and check the chat. Mehmet is achy, I think, or okay. Welcome. Thanks for joining. We are doing 20-ish, 30-ish minutes of side splits related stretching, and we're still doing the warm-up. The next warm-up exercise is called the Cossack switch. You're going to widen your stance, trying to stay comfortable. Nothing should be uncomfortable yet. Then point your toes roughly 60, 70 degrees out. And then I want you to keep your knees right above your toes in the same line and try to drop down onto one side. You should feel some tension in the hip here, maybe some tension in the knee, some tension in the ankle and the Achilles tendon. And if you're getting slightly more comfortable with that tension, I want you to rotate your leg, the other leg, so that your toes are pointing up, your knees are pointing up, and your quadricep muscles are pointing up. Chill here for a second, take a couple of deep breaths, see if you can relax and get into a deeper position. If you need to adjust the angle of your leg because whatever I told you or whatever you tried before isn't working for you, please adjust and figure out what works best for your body. All right? From here, we're going to try and keep the butt low and get all the way across. If you are unable to stay that low, that's totally fine. It's normal. If you need to, come all the way up and then back down on the other side. That's fine. If you need to just do it from a little higher position, that's also fine. All right. Same thing. We are trying to relax into this hip, relax into this ankle a little bit. As you can see, my ankle is coming up off the ground. If you are off balance and you're shaking, I recommend putting your ankle, your heel down because it gives you a little bit more stability. And if your heel is coming off the ground, you can always just reduce the intensity of how deep you're going into that knee, okay? If you come all the way back here, it's easy for your heel to stay down. If you come all the way forward like this, it's hard for your heel to stay down. You need a lot more ankle mobility. All right, we're gonna do 5 of these total. I think I've already done 3. So let's wrap these up and we'll get into the intense stretches. 4 and 5. All right, let's go. Hamstring stretches. Liverpool, welcome back. We are almost done. Actually, I think we're done with the warm-up. We're going into the actual stretches. So hope you're ready to join in. All right, let's go. To do the hamstring stretch, we are standing up straight, taking a step forward, throwing the hips back, and trying to bring our belly button down to our thighs. If you're feeling off balance, grab onto something, use a stool, coffee table, widen your stance if you need to for balance. Other than that, we are ready to go. Belly button to thigh. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Whew. Okay, that's one side. Let's switch over to the other side. Get into that hamstring stretch. Start by standing up straight. Take a step forward with the leg we want to stretch. Throw the hips back. Engage that hamstring stretch already. Widen your stance for balance. Hold on to something if you need extra stability. And we're bringing the belly button to the thighs. Ready? 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, okay. Come on out of that. My hamstrings are tight. Definitely feeling it. Let's get ready to get into the butterfly. I recommend if you have... Oh, my name is Ken. If you have a wall or something sturdy to lean your back against, go ahead and do that. I'm going to use this window right here and rest my butt, my shoulders, and my head against this window door thing and pull my feet together and towards me. Then I'm going to use my glutes and my side leg muscles, so everything on the outer thigh here, to pull my legs down into the ground. All right, so we're going to do this because we want to obviously strengthen the muscles that are moving so that we can control that range of motion in the future. And once you've already done that and your knees are as low as they're going to go on just muscle power, I want you to rest your shoulders into the wall behind you and use the wall to help you push your legs further down. I use the back of my head to support a little bit, and I don't really know how to explain it, so experiment on your own and find out. But apply some pressure with your hands down into your knees and enjoy a little extra depth in that stretch. We're going to start our 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27. Don't forget, you're flexing your muscles, your glutes, your outer thighs to pull it down, and your hands are helping. 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oof, okay. Let your hands go, relax the muscles, let your hips come up to where they want to rest. Oh, extend the legs, relax for a second, especially if you tried to work really hard on those butterflies. I always have a little bit of extra tension in the outer hip at the very top underneath that curve in the bone. So, give yourself a gentle massage. Pound a little bit if you need to. I'm going to check the comments. Alright, a whole bunch of stuff came in that we don't need to talk about. Let's continue. After the butterfly, we're getting into the pancake, and this is the first really, really intense hard stretch. And it is intense and it's hard because it works so many different muscles all at the same time. Alright, so let's drop into the pancake by first widening our stance. And if it's getting uncomfortable, stop. Come back up just a little bit. We don't want to necessarily focus all of our energy on the leg opening part in this stretch. We want to focus more on folding at the hips. All right. So folding at the hips looks a little bit like this. We're going to get into a wide-ish stance, and we want this to happen. All right. The reason why we do this standing is because gravity is pulling all of this upper body down into the ground and putting a lot of pressure onto your hamstrings and your hips. And, you know, that means it's a little easier to get into a deeper stretch for you, unless you're super flexible already and you can fold really low. And if you're already like this, then maybe gravity isn't helping you that much, and maybe you would benefit from sitting on the ground or sitting on a stool that's a little bit higher off the ground and doing that. So if that's you, then you don't need this stretch and you can do a more advanced one, and you should do a more advanced one. All right, we're going to do pancake standing, wide stance. If it's uncomfortable, come in just a little bit and fold at the hips. Try to bring your belly button down to the ground. If you're feeling like you can work a little bit harder, you can grab that calf, give yourself a little bit of a pull to try and pull your whole upper body down. All right, let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, come on up. That's our pancake. We're going to do the pigeon next. And the pigeon looks a little bit like this. We're going to bring our leg up so that the ankle is near our opposite hip. And then the goal is to bring, wow, I'm super off balance right now. All right, bring our chest down to the leg. And we should feel the stretch on the inner thigh, in the outer glute, maybe in the low back. And let's do it. All right, so cross the leg over, bring the hips down. You might realize that hip is super tight, in which case I recommend you do a little bit of movement, like so, to get that hip some extra blood flow, some warming up, and then it's time to bring your chest down to the ground. If you can only reach here, that's totally fine. That's totally acceptable. Try to relax as much as you can and not to hold a lot of your weight by flexing your lower back muscles. It's totally normal if you accidentally start doing it, because that's how the rest of your life is. Your back is working so that you don't collapse into the ground. But for this particular stretch, we want to relax a little bit and try to be conscious of that low back. All right? All right, let's get into a stretch position where you're starting to feel this outer hip over here and possibly down here. Take a couple of deep breaths, see if you can get a little bit lower. Try not to hold too much tension in your abs, because that will cause you to inflate like a balloon. And let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Whew. All right, come on up. Switch to the other side. Same thing, if your hips are feeling tight, add a little bit of movement. And when you're ready, cross the leg so it's perpendicular across your body. Shift your hips down into the ground and try to relax a little bit. Ready? 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, pigeon is done. It's time for the side splits. I hope you're ready, because we're about to go. Don't forget to shake your legs out as we prepare. I'm going to check the comments real fast. Liverpool is ready. Football Life, which is hilarious, is also ready. And let's go. To get into the side split, we're going to do something that looks just like the pancake. If you were here early enough for that, we're going to let our legs go wide. And as soon as it starts getting uncomfortable, I want you to do two things. One, fold forward a little bit at the hips. And two, I want you to rotate your legs so that they externally rotate. What that means is, if your feet were like this, pointing forward, I want you to rotate the legs so that your knees point up, your toes point up, your quadricep muscle points up. The reason we do this is because for probably 99% of the population, your hip bone and your leg bone are crashing into each other unless you rotate the leg bone out of the way. All right, Once you are here, you're probably holding a lot of weight in your hands, like a push-up. I want you to do the opposite. I want you to lean back and put more weight into your hips so that your hands are supporting you as close to underneath your hips as you can get and stay stable. Okay? If you are really weirdly uncomfortable and you think it might help if you grabbed a table or something to put your hands on top of to give yourself a little bit more support, please grab something. I'll give you a couple seconds to get that. In the meantime, for everybody else, I want you to try to do a little wiggle from side to side where you push your feet a little bit further out to see if you can get a little bit more depth in that stretch. If you can put even more weight into your hips, right above your hips, do that. Do a little wiggle, see if you can open up your legs even further. And if you can't, you're stuck, you're done. It's time to start our 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, crawl forward. Come on out of it. Whew. Oh man, the first one was a tough one. Struggling to get out of it already. Usually by the second or the third round, I'm struggling to get out of it. Whew. That was a good first rep. We're going to do 2 more of these. And in the middle, we're going to rest a whole bunch. I recommend, if you are out of it, to shake your leg out, to relax, to move, to wiggle. Whatever feels like it's tight. Maybe it's your outer hip, because your legs don't usually open that far wide. Maybe it's up here. Maybe it's the inside of your thigh, because that's a lot of what's getting stretched here. Maybe it's something else. Whatever it is, keep it moving. And oh, you're the only one watching. When does this finish? We got 2 more of these, and then we're going to be done. When I'm all the way back there, I can't tell how many people are watching, and it fluctuates. Sometimes we have like 23 people in here. Sometimes we have 1. When does it finish? We're almost done. We have 2 more rounds. Okay, that feels good. Good. I'm glad that feels good. All right. Yeah, when I'm over here, the phone is like the size of my hand, right? It's like so far away. So thank you for listening to me as if I'm talking to everybody, Liverpool. All right. Let's go. Round 2. Same thing. Open the hips wide, drop down, externally rotate your legs so that your toes are pointing up. Put the weight into your hips. Lean back, lean back, lean back, lean back, and try to get as low as you can go. And once you feel like you're as low as you can get, try a little wiggling, because that might open up a little bit more. And let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ooh, come on out. Ugh. This is the point where if your heels are starting to hurt because of all the weight you're putting on them, I recommend put on some sneakers or get a little bit of foam, some padding, a cushion to put under your feet. If you don't feel like you can control how much you slide out, if you have something slippery underneath you with cushioning, grab a stool or something to rest your hands on to help you control dropping down. And we're going to rest for a couple more seconds and then do the last and final side split stretch. All right. Oh, we got a couple people in right now. Hi, Foxy Roxy. This feels good. You're coming tomorrow. Love it. Thank you so much for the dedication, Liverpool. I appreciate it. All right. think that's enough of a break. Let's get into the final side split stretch and wrap up for today. All right, same thing as before. Try to drop your weight down. Once it gets almost uncomfortable, I want you to externally rotate the legs so that your toes are pointing up, your knees are pointing up, your quads are pointing up, and start dropping your weight into the hips. So if you're all the way forward and you're in a push-up position, your weight is not in your hips, your weight is in your hands, okay? I want you to move your hands slowly further and further back until more and more of your weight is above your hips. And that will force your hips a little bit more open. And if your feet are sticking around a little bit, you can do a little wiggle from side to side to see if you can push your hips out a little bit further, which I just did. And that's it. Let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, crawl forward, crawl out of it. Pull your legs together. Kneel if you need to. You know, I can't see you, so there's no shame in however you get out of it, right? Just me when I'm crawling forward back to the camera after some stretches that there might be some embarrassment. Whew! All right, that's it. We are done. We are running at 32 minutes, so a little bit longer than promised. But I hope you had fun, and I hope you had a good workout. I am beat, and I'm starting to sweat. I'm actually sweating a lot. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for coming in to practice consistency, especially you, Liverpool, because I know this is, I think, your third day in a row, and maybe like fourth or fifth time total. So great job. Thank you for coming back. I'm glad you found the community-ish live thing fun and enjoyable enough to engage in both the comments and show up to practice. So thank you for coming. Thank you everybody else who is on that I don't know, because I can't see who's on unless you are commenting in the chat. So if it feels like I'm calling certain people out, it's because they're commenting in the chat. And yeah, that's it. We're done. Thank you for coming in to practice consistency and side splits. We'll be back same time tomorrow and pretty much this whole entire month. So mark your calendar for 33 minutes before right now if you're on live. If you're not live, then it's 10 p.m. Central European Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and noon Pacific Time. We do this live every single day. Feel free to come back and join us for some side splits. All right, that's it. I'm turning it off. Goodbye. Go enjoy your afternoon, evening. It might be day for somebody, right? Enjoy. Bye.